Carlos King didn't just shake things up this time. He flipped the whole damn table, and love and marriage. Huntsville may never be the same again. For years, fans watched Leticia Scott smile through rumors, defend her husband, and pretend everything was fine. But Carlos has had enough. The man who built the empire of chaos finally stepped out from behind the camera and dragged the truth straight into the spotlight. What started as a simple on-air conversation turned into a full-blown reality check, one that left Leticia exposed, emotional, and running out of excuses. Because this wasn't just about her marriage anymore. It was about her storyline, her relevance, and her future on the show. And when Carlos starts asking questions no one else dares to touch, it's not for drama, it's for survival. So what happens when the woman known for keeping it classy finally loses control? And could the man she's been defending all along be the very reason her empire's starting to crumble? Buckle up, because Carlos King just reminded everyone who really runs this reality TV game. Carlos King didn't walk into that interview room to stir gossip. He walked in to make a statement. For years, he's been the silent architect of love and marriage, Huntsville, sitting behind the cameras, letting storylines unfold naturally. But this time, the man who built the empire stepped into the chaos himself. And the moment he locked eyes with Leticia Scott, you could feel the shift. The air got heavy. She wasn't talking to just any producer. She was talking to the boss, the man who decides who stays and who fades away. Leticia came in smiling, trying to keep her usual calm and charm, but Carlos wasn't buying it. He's seen every excuse, every deflection, every on-screen performance, and this one felt too polished. The audience wasn't connecting with her anymore. They weren't sympathizing. They were questioning. And in the world of reality TV, once fans stop believing in your story, your time starts ticking. Carlos didn't waste time with small talk. He went straight for the jugular, asking Leticia why she always dances around questions about her marriage. Why does every confrontation end with her turning it around on someone else? And why, after so many seasons, does her storyline still look exactly the same? Leticia tried to keep her composure. She talked about loyalty, about standing by her husband, about protecting her family from negativity. But Carlos wasn't here for another PR speech. He kept pressing, his tone calm but his questions cutting deeper every second. The truth is, he wasn't just confronting Leticia for the cameras. He was holding her accountable as a woman who'd been running the same playbook for too long. Fans have noticed it too. At first, they saw Leticia as the strong wife, the family rock, the woman balancing business and motherhood with grace. But over time, that image started to crack. Every reunion, she dodged tough topics. Every season, the same rumors resurfaced. Whispers about Mauro, the cheating allegations, the emotional distance. Yet she never truly addressed them. Instead, she smiled, redirected, and moved on. It worked for a while, but fans are smarter now. They watch closely, rewind scenes, connect dots. And when Carlos King, the man who knows every trick in the book, starts calling it out, you know the illusion's fading fast. The scene between them didn't feel rehearsed. It felt like years of frustration boiling over. Carlos wasn't angry, he was disappointed. He's built an entire franchise on truth and transformation, and he knows when someone's hiding behind their image. Leticia's loyalty might look noble on paper, but on screen, it's starting to feel like denial. And the harsh truth is, denial doesn't trend. Transparency does. The audience wants real emotion, not rehearsed grace. They want to see her drop the shield and face the uncomfortable. But instead, she kept circling back to her same defense. Her marriage, her loyalty, her family values. Carlos leaned forward, his expression saying it all. That script is old. What makes this moment so powerful is that Carlos wasn't just pushing Leticia for drama. He was testing her as a cast member who's supposed to carry weight on the show. Love and marriage. Huntsville thrives on vulnerability, truth, and evolution. And Leticia, despite being a central figure, hasn't evolved. She's been stuck defending the same man, fighting the same battles, and telling the same story. This confrontation was his way of forcing her to wake up. Because if she doesn't, someone else will take her spot, someone with fire, rawness, and honesty. The fans don't want perfection anymore. They want to see cracks, because that's what makes reality TV real. And Carlos, being the king of reality storytelling, knows that better than anyone. This wasn't just an interview, it was a wake-up call. One that could either break Leticia or finally set her free. Behind every perfectly rehearsed response Leticia gave, there was one unspoken name shaping her every move: Mauro Scott. Her husband has been a quiet storm in her storyline from day one. The man rarely shows emotion, never loses composure, and treats confrontation like a joke. Fans have been calling it out for years. Every time the cheating rumors resurface, he shrugs. Every time castmates hint at secrets, he smirks. And while Mauro plays it cool, Leticia becomes his shield, jumping into battles to protect their family image while he stands comfortably in the background. It's a dynamic that's starting to feel one-sided. Carlos noticed it too. That's why his questions cut so deep, because they weren't really about gossip. They were about power. When your husband's silence becomes your burden, that's not partnership, that's performance. And that's exactly what Carlos was trying to expose. The fans see it. They see a woman carrying the emotional load while her husband gets to stay untouched. They see her cracking under pressure while he hides behind his confidence. Leticia's devotion might have kept her marriage intact, but it's been slowly eroding her credibility. What used to look like loyalty now looks like self-sacrifice. And for the first time, Carlos made her face that reality. Not just for the cameras, but for herself. Because the truth is, if she doesn't stop defending the image, she might lose the person underneath it. Carlos King didn't confront Leticia just to create another viral moment. He did it because the show's future depends on real evolution. Every successful reality star knows one thing. If your story doesn't grow, you become replaceable. Leticia has been walking that fine line for too long, trapped between her loyalty to Mauro and her fear of public judgment. But this was different. This was Carlos stepping in to save her before she fades into the background. Fans are already divided. Some think she's protecting a toxic marriage. Others still believe she's misunderstood. But the truth is, audiences don't stay patient forever. They want answers, not excuses. They want transformation, not repetition. That's what Carlos was trying to spark. Transformation. He wanted her to stop performing and start confessing. Because this isn't just a show anymore. It's survival. Every episode decides who stays relevant, who trends, and who disappears quietly after the reunion. Leticia's moment is now. Either she owns her story and turns it into something powerful, or she keeps hiding behind Mauro's calm smile and loses everything she's built. The fans are watching, the network's watching, and Carlos has made his move. Now it's all on her. The woman who once defined strength, now standing at the edge of her own storyline. Because in reality TV, you don't just play the game. You have to evolve to survive. And there it is, the moment that could change everything. Carlos King didn't just call out Leticia Scott. He exposed the truth that every reality star eventually faces, evolve or get left behind. Fans are split, the tension's thick, and the clock is ticking. If Leticia can't find her voice beyond the defenses, the next storyline might not include her at all. But if she finally opens up, drops the mask, and lets the world see the real woman behind the image, she might just turn this fall into a comeback. One thing's for sure, Carlos King just reminded everybody who really runs this reality TV game. You're watching the hype spill, where the tea never cools down and the truth always spills hotter. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and because trust me, this storm in Huntsville, it's just getting started.